Do you feel happiness is really out of reach for you, or happiness is not actually coming into your life? Whatever you do, something is blocking your way to be happy. So I have come and researched for in my experience, and I've break down into 7 steps which practically worked for me to be happy and not make someone else or some other environment or situation to make me happy. If you want to be happy, you need to do that. Nothing else or some other person will come to you and make you happy. You can't do that because it's everything is in your mind. You need to change your perspective about everything. So happiness is how we create the situation and how we change our mood according to that. And it doesn't happen to you automatically. So I have experienced this and I have created 7 steps which literally worked for me to be happy whenever I felt low. So I'm going to tell you everything which I learned today. Do you really think if you go to that place, a dream place which you have set in your mind, or a vacation you really wanted, or the dream job you really wanted, will make you happy? No. Even if you go to that dream job or you go to the vacation and come back and you will still feel drained because that is not a real happiness. That will not be a good proper way to say that you're really happy because you are setting some other situation or external factor. You're keeping every materialistic thing to make you happy. So the first step you're going to do is clean your place. Declutter your workspace or your bed, your wardrobe, or your shelf, your kitchen, anything which you use regularly. Just clean it, keep it organized. So, when you usually clean your room or your cupboard, you feel very lighter after that because decluttered space will actually create a decluttered mind. Your brain will literally think that everything is organized, clean, and there is nothing to be messy around. When something is very messy around you, your mind will feel very messy and then your mind will feel very cluttered. So, there is a saying that a decluttered space is decluttered mind. It's very true. When you clean your space, your mind becomes very free to think and create new things. You will instantly feel better. So, the second one you're going to do is media restriction. You're going to restrict yourself from seeing negative things, which tunes your brain to actually think bad things only. So, you're going to stop seeing very negative things in TV or movies. Stop seeing actually killing people and all because that is very depressing, right? When you see something very sad going on in a movie, you instantly feel sad too. When you that is not a dopamine hit for you. It really will not make your life better by seeing those, but actually that's amazing, but you don't have to take it very seriously. That's what is my point, what I'm saying. So the another thing we are going to do is stop comparing yourself by seeing social media people who really post their life like they're going to a happy vacation, having a happy relationship, happy family, because they're not having a very good time. Seriously. Because even if you take me, I don't usually post when I'm sad or very when I'm looking very bad because I only have to post that I'm good and happy, right? That's how people will look at me in a good way. So everything is not true, and everyone you see on internet are not having a very happy life. So you need to stop comparing yourself to another person. So for that, I'm going to say a beautiful technique for you to restrict your social media. So what I use is I set up a limit for my Instagram and I turned off notifications also because I don't want to get distracted. So Instagram will be like 30 minutes per day. So I have another app which is on Rise, so you can set up a restriction for it. So whenever you go inside Instagram, it will tell you that you visited the Instagram like 30 times before, or 70 times before, or 3 times before. So it will ask you whether you have to go in or not. You definitely have to click I don't want to use Instagram, right? Because we're talking about social media restrictions now. This app actually helped me going into Instagram and checking other people's profile, comparing myself with another person, or seeing other people's life, because you don't really have time for that, because you need to have your life. Whenever I feel like wanted to go into Instagram and see, scroll around, I feel like I have to go through a big barrier and then visit the Instagram, because it actually tells me to do a breathing exercise, which is okay for me because I'm actually practicing mindfulness today and every day. So, but not every time we have to breathe in and out. We don't have to do deep breaths every time, no. So, whenever I go in, it tells me to breathe. So it tells me to deep breathe and think whether I really wanted to go into Instagram and see whatever I wanted to see. When it is actually very important, I do have a patience to stop and take a deep breath, and I'll click I really wanted to use it, and I'll go in. There is no other go. And we know that we will definitely cheat these apps, right? But we don't have to do that. That's how self-control works. If you don't have a feature for limiting your application, or you couldn't and install this application, all you have to do is self-control, because you can't do anything else. You have to restrict somehow to actually stop seeing this negative things around, which actually makes your mind in a bad state. So the third one is connections. Open up to people, talk to strangers, talk to people, have a conversation with anyone. And if you're introvert, you really need to do that, because there is no other way. Because I was actually a reserved person. I do not have a very plenty people in my life. I do share my life within limited people only. So I started this experiment, like it was about 6 months before. I took up a challenge of smiling at people, talking to strangers, and complimenting someone. Yes, stranger. So I did the first two things, because smiling at anyone is simple, right? You can do that, but it was terrifying for me at beginning. Like when I faced rejections, of course. Then I started smiling at people. Of course, they do smile back, but I got a weird reaction from two people. They didn't smile at me back, and it felt very weird. And I just accepted it, because that's how people are. Maybe they are going through something, or they had a bad day, so then they didn't smile at me back. But the other thing is talking to someone, obviously a stranger. You can talk to anyone, like your cab driver, or a vegetable vendor, or anyone where you're going, right? So I literally spoke with the whole Ola ride to a automan or the Uber driver. They told everything about about their life. It felt boring, of course, but it's a challenge for me. So when I spoke like that, it made me feel good. It made me feel or learn about people, learn about how people actually survive, or how they talk to people, or how do they interact with someone. Of course, it was very different. different to see how people are literally amazing. And I felt like I was missing so many things, restricting myself to talk to strangers or anyone new. I was stupid, yeah. So third one is like I challenge myself complimenting a person, right? So I complimented only one person who was a stranger. I told her that her outfit was nice and her hair was nice. So and yeah, then other person also, which was in a parlor, and she told thank you, of course, but that made me feel good because I made her smile and that I made her day. Because of course maybe she was having a bad day or maybe she was having a good day too, but she will definitely think about what I even told though her. It was a challenge, I do felt like her outfit and hair was amazing. Yeah. Just like dopamine, there is another hormone called oxytocin, which is a love hormone, bonding hormone, which will definitely make you happy because when you're connecting with people, you're talking to a people who you are comfortable with, you're talking to your best friend and yapping about everything just happened in your day, and you're talking to a person who makes you feel good, and it just helps you to be happy because it secretes oxytocin. The fourth one is stop creating fearful situations for yourself. Like, what if I fail? Will that really happen? Just stop thinking, stop overthinking. Because usually, like 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts are created in your mind per day. Do you think every other thoughts are responsible for your life? Or don't actually create those thoughts into a facts or opinion for yourself, because everything is not true until you try it. When you stop terrorizing yourself, life becomes very easy because often we think everything. Nothing is actually true. So when you think that you're very afraid to talk in front of 10 people or a stage, you obviously will never know whether you're really afraid of them or really you have the stage fear or not until you go to that stage and face the fear. So, I recently tried this fear meditation in Moonly app. You can search it in YouTube or anywhere else. So, when I did that, it just told that fear is actually afraid of us. So, that's how the meditation words go. So, I hope you also try that, but stop terrorizing yourself. There's nothing in that because everything is just thoughts. Instead of thinking everything, just do it. One of my beautiful friend told me this when I was very confused about a situation, that she sent me this post in Instagram, and it said when you really want to go to that job, just apply it. When you want to connect to someone, send a message. Don't let don't reject yourself, let them reject you. Then I said I wanted to get rejected, come on, let's do it. This is a beautiful thing. When you actually reject yourself, you feel very drained or you feel very sad or upset. You overthink in those situations. When you just try and let others or any other situation reject you, you feel very good because you accept the situation that the person is not for you, or the situation is not for you, or the job is not for you, because that's how life is. So let's just start getting rejected and feel the comfort in rejection. I took up a challenge for rejections also. So I deliberately went everywhere to get rejected. Like, I know I wanted to get rejected, so I keep on asking questions where I will be rejected or where I won't expect an answer. So I just tried it between my friends. I need to try a very big rejection because I'm still not comfortable without rejections. So we all need to work out in this, right? Let's do it together. Let's get rejected. So the fifth one is let them be theory. So this theory is a beautiful one. Like, you don't have to waste your energy in any of the places that you are not respected and you're not treated very well. For example, when someone is really trying hard to pull you down, or they are yelling at you, they are feeling very jealous of you, or they are trying to make so much of obstacles for you to really achieve anything, let them do it. Let them. You don't have to waste your energy to just block whatever they're doing. That's it. So, a real time example, when you are in a relationship with a person and that person is not really doing what you asked for, and you just have to let them be, let them do whatever they want. That's when you know who the real person is. And when you pull out your energy, you will know what exactly the person is giving. So, whatever they do is not up to you. You don't have to teach people. When you put so much of energy to change someone or to change any situation, you will be drained. You have to fill your cup first before you actually try to change a person. That will not work. It will not work. Because let them be. Let them do what they have to do. I'm just repeating, but this is how it is. Because they are not real when they are them. Until they are having your energy, they feel very comfortable. When you pull out all the energy which you're giving to that person, they'll feel drained, so that they'll come back clinging into you, and they'll just expect you to give more, because they don't have anything, right? So your energy is powerful, so you don't have to give out your energy to someone and actually think that they are a different person. You have to let them be. That's how you know who are your real people are. So there is an actionable advice for this. Write down every worry you get. Like, whatever worry, you have to write it down, or you just say it to ChatGPT, or you just record a voice note and send it to yourself in WhatsApp or anything. You just have to note down all your worries, so that it is not just in your head, it is somewhere else. You don't have to worry about it anymore. This is basically journaling, but for a very small thing, you can just write it down or send it to someone. No, to you. Don't send it to someone. Don't trauma down someone. Yeah. Just think if you're spending your energy in a right space or anywhere else. Because you will know, eventually, you will know if you're spending it in a right place, right? If not, just let it go. It's not worth it. Don't waste your energy. If you have to prove something to someone or explain something to someone in order to prove yourself, in order to make you understand, it's not really worth it. If your best friend or your old friend or anyone else is not really understanding you, or not really getting you, not really knowing what you really saying, right? So in that situation, you don't need to explain yourself. You just have to let them understand whatever they want to be, or whatever they understand, because you will eventually waste your time, your energy, and all of your goals are standing in your vision board, your place where you written it, or in your brain. Are you really going to waste everything just for explaining that to a person who really don't care about your feelings? Just think and just let them be. So the sixth one is, don't take things personally. Nothing is actually personal. When someone is yelling at you, do you really think they really wanted to yell at you? No, because they were having a bad day, or they're not feeling very good on that day. They just took it on you. That's all. They don't know how to handle their feelings. They just took it on you. That's how you should think in your mind, and that's how you have to shift your mindset to. when someone is criticizing you, all you have to do is pray for them. Because I hope they are having a very bad day or very bad situation, and they are very insecure, and they don't have a confidence to come up or do anything that you are doing. So of course they'll criticize. They are not happy with what they are doing, right? So we don't have to take things personally. You don't have to take anything personally. When I started taking pictures or videos in public, I do thought that when if other people are going to look at me weirdly, or they're going to call me cringy or anything like that. But do you think they really care about you? They will never care about you. They're going to really think about you for 2 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, and they will definitely forget about you. They forgot a very big problems also which is happening in the society, so they will never take you in account. So this happened, like, I was trying a very new workout and I was very shy to try it because I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm not sure about my form, right? So I thought people are going to laugh at me, or of course they laughed at me for having a very bad form. But I never cared about it because I know eventually after they are laughing, they're going to get back to your workout, back to their workout, and they will never think anything after that. They'll just think that she's trying a workout. That's all. They will never think, or they're not going to think how you are doing the bad form, going to the home and recording everything, and they're not going to say that to another person and talking on wasting their whole day and life about you. That will never happen. So we don't have to take everything seriously. If you want to do anything, if you want to take a video in public, or if you want to try new things, just do it. That's how I started my YouTube channel. So imagine that you are in a very heated argument with someone, and do you think that you have to give out everything that you have saved upon? I mean, energy? You don't really have to do that. You have to react according to what the other person is saying to you. All you can do is react in a right way. You don't have to lash at the person again. If that person is speaking bad about you, or they are very rude at you, you don't have to do the same thing to them, because that will drain your energy, right? That will not make you happy. If you just feel that you're reacting in a very good way, you're saying things very kindly or calmly to that person in return, what will really happen? You will go home and feel amazing that you didn't actually argue that much. But definitely, the person who told some bad things will definitely be in your head. But what you reacted is much more important than that. So, coming to the last step, practice gratitude. So, I just felt very weird when I did this the first time. I started writing whatever I am grateful for each day, and it was kept repeating, right? So, I'm grateful for the home I'm in, or I'm grateful for the food I eat every day. These are very basic. There are people who really suffer for this, but I am really grateful for whatever I have right now. So whenever you feel grateful, it automatically tunes that you will not be in a desperate energy or a desperate space. You will have a fulfilled mind, because you write every day that you are grateful for something, or you can just think that you are grateful for something. You can think that you are grateful for the sunlight or the moon, which is very amazing today. Like, imagine you are in your 10-year old, you are a 10-year-old now, and you are imagining that you want a phone for yourself. So you have it. You have to be grateful for that. In addition to that, you can also change your mood by actually doing what you love. That's the basic thing which will actually shift your mind or mood, everything. So when I told about social media restrictions, right? So you can just stop or restrict your social media, and when you see after you're restricting that, you can actually see that you have a lot of time left. You can read books, you can create a hobby, you can start doing clay items or anything which you love. You can do coloring, whatever you felt happy when you are a child. You can go out and play, and there are many things that you can do without actually being in social media or digging into the media which is actually serving very bad negative vibes. Even if you are in rock bottom, even if you felt very low in your life, you have to create happiness. It will not come to you. Something has happened, okay, but even though you need to create, you have to get up and create happiness. You have to do everything which I told. Maybe you can add anything also. These are the things which worked for me. These 7 steps may be simple, but if you do it every day, it shifts your mindset and mood, so that you will be confident every day and actually be happy. You have more control over your happiness than you think. So take control, create your happiness, and don't just overthink and sit down and do whatever you are easy to do, because being a victim and being sad is absolutely easy. When you hear sad songs, of course, it will just induce your mind to be sad more. So instead, change it to a happy song. Dance, be happy. There is a butterfly effect. So when you take a very small step, for example, writing down all of your worries, which I told you in one of the steps, right? So when you write it down, you're acknowledging what you're feeling. So it is very small step. So that small step can make a very drastic change and in your future. That is called butterfly effect. So just do very small, which will just create a big effect in your life. Let's be happy together. I hope these steps helped you, and I hope you found this video helpful. So like, share, subscribe. I never wanted to say this, but yes, subscribe. Bye. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye. Be happy.